Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you have been here for a minute and have been like, dang, when is Princess Michaela going to post again? It shouldn't have taken a new year for me to come and say, you're going to get all of this, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But it did. It took 2023 getting here and me saying, they're going to get all of this, whether they like it or not. So I record videos and don't post them, which is why this video is called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I go on YouTube and I look for videos if I'm struggling with something as far as a makeup look. Or for me, lately it's been under eye and the creasing. And I went through and tried different things. And I think I got it. I think I got it. It was my concealer. And we'll talk about that in another video. But yes, I have boo boos in here that, ooh, yeah, most people, if they say, oh, we don't make mistakes, that's why they're not in our videos. Well, I'm human. I make mistakes. I struggle sometimes to get a simple look, and other times don't struggle so much. But most days there is a boo boo that happens. Not perfect. So that's what you're going to see here: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, let me not say the ugly, just the good and the bad. So let me go ahead and talk about some of the boo boos that I intentionally kept in here because it's not a perfect look. Um, the first boo boo was, I think, when I was putting on my eyeshadow. I started off with the colors, but understand if you mess up with colors, you can fix those really, really quick. I wanted a smoky look, and as I'm getting into this, I'm like, okay, I want it to blend well, so I spent a little bit more time with the blending. I didn't want any harsh lines, so I am taking my time going in and softening the edges of the color so that it's not anything harsh at all. And once you take your time with the eyeshadow, which I think is the longest or takes the longest, you're going to have beautiful eyes. And also, let me say, I wear Lashify lashes, and that's why I have on lashes. I don't have lash extensions, I guess. There are lash extensions, but not the ones that you go to somebody and do. I do these at home myself, and they last like 2 weeks. And yeah, so here we are. I'm softening up the edges of my eyeshadow look, and I do understand that that's not the correct brush for me to be softening necessarily, but it got the job done. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, you have to use this brush. Mm, you could probably make it do what it do with what you got at home. Here we are with the James Charles palette. And my sister was like, he's canceled. And I'm like, I have this palette, so until it's finished, he's still relevant over here. So, I don't even know what he did, but I just know I'm not all about wasting or throwing things away. Especially if it's just eyeshadow and it's already purchased. He already has funds. Let me not waste my money because he got his. Let me use his palette, and that's what I'm doing. Um, so back to the look. I'm putting on my foundation, and I think this is my summer color that I'm using versus I have a summer and a winter color because I do change colors. I do my I get darker, lighter, whatever, bad like during the summer and winter. But I usually put my eyeliner on before I put my foundation on. And today was a day where I should have followed my routine and continued with the eyeliner. I didn't. Same thing with this concealer. I always switch up my concealer and put on 2 colors. Here, I'm putting on the second color of my concealer, but I am going in and using a new beauty blender. The beauty blender that I'm using is one of the Walmart Christmas 75% off sale thingies. And when I say this feels like, let me try to think what this feels like. Um, I think like a off-brand sponge that's gonna fall apart in 2 seconds. That's what it feels like. None of my other beauty blenders feel like that at all. And I couldn't get jiggy with it. I couldn't. I couldn't. It was like, girl, what is this? So, but I used it. And then another crazy thing is I bought like 4 or 5 of them mugs. Like, what I'm gonna do with them? I can't take them back. Like, I guess I'm stuck with them, and we're gonna have to figure out if I'm just not supposed to use it, like I use my other beauty blenders, or if I'm supposed to do something else with it. I'm gonna update you all in another video to see like what's the real on this Real Techniques beauty blender. So after I do the concealer thing, as you see, I have my dimple in my chin, put the highlight there, the concealer there, and then my nose. Here's another boo boo. Typically, whenever I do my nose, I just pat. Like I put the concealer on, pat, pat, pat with that same brush. Not this one, the other brush. And this time, it just didn't mess. It didn't do right. So I'm gonna have to go in here with my contour stick versus just using my foundation as the buffer or the whatever. I don't even know the correct name for it. But yes, I'm going in there and I'm carving out the I can't breathe nose. I usually don't because I don't have a huge nose. And I feel like even if I did have a huge nose, it would be like, yes, girl. But I wasn't blessed, I guess you could say, with a huge nose. Um, just some great soup coolers. So anyway, let's get back focused. So I'm carving my nose out just because that's what I chose to do, not because that's what I do on a regular basis, because I don't. And after I get that together with my Real Techniques sponge thingy, whatever it is, I blend it out or poof, poof, poof real quick. And then we go on the um, to the setting powder portion of my face. So I love to use the setting powder because when I say it doesn't move, I remember buying this Fenty, and I love Fenty. Fenty is my favorite. Like Rihanna, we besties. But I gotta go buy some more, and I wasn't buying myself anything at the moment, so I did not purchase myself some more Fenty foundation, and it's like only got a TT left. So whenever COVID came, I was buying this foundation, and they was like, "Oh, it's not gonna transfer onto your mask." Honey, yes, it did. It did. But a technique that I was using or use now is like, okay, there's not hardly any transfer at all, if any, when I use this setting powder and the spray. It's like stuck until I get ready to wipe it off at night. Well, I already applied my blush, which is my jam, but we're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this liner that was a fluke. Yes, a fluke. So I struggle with the liner anyway, but I wanted to do the 2 line thing. And with me trying to do the 2 line thing, girl, y'all see that? Don't that look crazy? Mm-mm. That was a mess. And let's not think that I looked at it, that's me after the second try. After the second try. After the third try, I'm like, look, forget it. Forget it. Let me just put this concealer on. If I didn't wipe it all off, and we just gonna blend this sucker out. And honey, That is absolutely what I did. Because after the third try of me trying to get that liner to be right, it wasn't working. It was not working. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try it tomorrow because I got to go back to work tomorrow. Um, or if I'm going to wait till this weekend to try the liner thing. But let me tell you one thing about it. I will not be defeated by that look. So hopefully in the next video, you're going to see me with the two with the two lines. So let's just, I'm not even going to practice. You're going to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly on the next video. And we're going to see how it looks. But I do not think I'm going to put eyeshadow on with this next one or with the two lines because I think that's where I messed up. Anyway, I didn't talk a lot about the look, about the good, the bad, and the ugly, or the bloopers, the mess ups. But if you did enjoy the look, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want a condensed version of this look, go check out my TikTok. It is posted there. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.